Hello Leo, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead. How are you doing, my fire family? I hope you're well. Thanks so much for clicking here. We've got a couple of decks. We're going to use Kipper. We're also going to use Lenormand Reverie and find out what's coming up for you in the overall energies for the week ahead. Leo, after that, I'm going to throw down some tarot and we're going to get some details. And thanks for showing up here. If you're the person who's always here watching, I appreciate you so much. Thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate you spreading the word so we can grow this tribe. And if you are brand new and you've just been here just starting today, welcome, welcome. Or if you're brand new here and you do have a Leo placement, thanks for showing up here. I hope you'll subscribe. All right, if you're interested in hearing about anything to do with extendeds or anything to do with the sale that I have on private reads just for one more day, ends at midnight on the 20th, then you might want to hang around for the end of the video. Let's find out what's going on for Leo. So what do we got for you right now? I think you're in a tug and pull right now because I think Mars is in your sign until the end of the month around the 29th and Mercury's retrograde in your sign right now. So there we go. Let's find out what's going on. And that kind of sums it up right there. I'm going to say the whip and the broom here. The whip and the broom is aggressive energy, things that are happening quickly. And we've got the Jack of Clubs, which is the Knight of Wands in the bottom right-hand corner. Things are a little bit unstable for you right now, possibly in some of your relationships or friendships, possibly for you and some of you in the family. I feel like your happiness is kind of back and forth. Maybe your energy is back and forth, or maybe you are up against some sort of obstacles that you're hoping you're going to get over, but it feels like you're trying to get through or over the mountain, I would say, or through the obstacles by pure brute force is what it feels like, because the Eight of Wands is here, right? The Eight of Clubs is in the bottom right-hand corner. So the Eight of Wands is here. We've got the Ten of Cups here. And so it does feel like for the Ten of Cups that some of you, there are going to be changes in relationships for you coming up, likely that either begin in the week ahead or that actually come to a head in the week ahead. It feels like right now you're feeling a little bit lost for some of you and you're looking for direction. Possibly we have card number 42. I would say that if you want direction about what to do in relationships, family things, it could be friendships or romantic things, but I think that you need to consult your inner compass. I'm going to say, listen to your intuition. That will always give you direction. And listen to what type of reciprocity is required in each of these situations. Now, there might be some situations that you don't care if you lose them. Maybe they've just been an obstacle in your way to whatever you want to get for a very long time. Maybe you're just going to let go of some things. But I think some of these people are very loyal, and I think you really do appreciate someone who is loyal, Leo, because you are. You are very loyal. And so I think that you appreciate someone who's kind to you, has shown kindness to you. We've got the Ten of Cups showing you love, showing you caring, kindness, compassion, all those things that are the water energy, emotional type energies. So let's look at Kipper. What else do we have here? We have quite the week that's coming up for you here, my friend. Tell me what is coming up in the week ahead for Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We do have the gift in the distance. Look, I feel like you are gifted. I feel like you're gifted, and your gift is, I feel like you have the ability to heal whatever you want to heal, but you have to want it. Card number 17 to me is the Star in Tarot. And so it does feel like healing or hope or feeling hopeful that you're going to find your inner compass, that you're going to start listening to your intuition, and that you won't get breadcrumbed, that you will actually come to a place where you are in this give and take energy with the people in your life and not necessarily feeling like you're putting in more than you're getting out. So we've got card number 20. 20 in tarot is Judgment. We've got the House. And so I think that you're going to be dealing in probably fluctuations and changes in your financial or material world. And so we do have the Child here. We have card number 18 in the Child. It could have something to do financially with your children. So maybe some, when the kids, they always show up, right? The night before the projects due. Or the night before they needed new tap shoes for the tap dance recital, or whatever it is. It feels like something for some of you. It could be that there is something that's going to probably put you on your heels financially, because it's something you're going to have to pay out. But it is, I feel, something that's coming back around, maybe something you forgot about. Possibly it does feel like it has something to do with house, home, children, money, material wealth, something like that. We do have this false person. And so the false person tells me that there is somebody in your life that you don't really trust. And we'll talk about that more. But it feels like this person could be someone who is interfering in your life, your home, your finances, your children. It feels like someone who's on the outside. It doesn't have to be an ex, but it feels like it's someone on the outside that you don't necessarily trust. Let's look at some tarot. Tell me about Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Leo. What else do we need to know about Leo for the week ahead? Something is about to happen quick. When the whip and the broom shows up, it is something that's showing up. We've got 11, right? Which is the master number, which is sort of the place where we begin. When we start seeing numbers in 1111, we start noticing those things. That's when we are awake. We start to notice things. And so it feels like that there's going to be something that shows up that might sting, something that happens quickly or gets off balance really quickly. And it's almost like you have a hard time getting it back into balance, but you've been notified or on notice with the universe for a while. The card number 18 is here. It's something that I feel has been hiding, or it feels like it's something that has been, we got 1818 here. Yeah, we've got two cards here. I think you've been seeing numbers, not necessarily 1818, maybe ones, maybe eights. We've got 18, 11, and 21. So we've got 11 here. We've got 1 in the 18 and 1 in the 21. Got ones all over the place here. And so it does feel like that you're probably seeing things, numbers and such. And now you're just starting to notice them and saying, I get it. I'm supposed to know what I'm doing when these numbers show up, and then I'm supposed to figure out what's going on here. We've got the 4 of Cups. I feel like this whip and the broom is going to show up and pull you out of some sort of stagnancy, but it's going to be aggravating. It feels like it's going to be a little bit of aggravation for you here. Tell me about the Page of Cups we've got here. We've got the 6 of Swords. We've got the Hierophant. We've got the 10 of Wands. And we've got the Sun. Wow, I kind of like that. We've got the 2 of Wands here on the bottom of the deck. So I feel like you're supposed to be listening to the inner self as you go into the week ahead. That's what tells me the inner compass is all about. And I think that we've got the 2 of Wands here. It tells me that you have been planning on something, but I feel like you're going to have to execute some sort of plan or take action on something that you didn't think. Like, it's something that shows up that you're not prepared for. We have card number 18, and that's the moon energy. It feels like things are not as they seem. You might be feeling that something is showing up here. Whatever does show up here is a little bit of an obstacle. And it feels like you're going to have to get yourself over the obstacle by making a decision to move forward or detach or take care of something in a very detached way. We do have the 4 of Cups, and that is stagnancy, right? It's stagnancy. It can be stability, but listen, it can be a false identity of stability. Like when you're away from people and you choose not to talk to people at all, well, yeah, of course your emotions are going to be stable because you're just, keeping yourself away from people, but it does get to be in a place of stagnancy. We've got the Page of Cups, and so it does tell me that something here is showing up that might surprise you, or maybe shock you just a little bit. The 6 of Swords tells me you're going to deal with it in a very detached way. And so what you don't want people to see is you panicking on the surface. And so I feel like you will take action on whatever this is, but you don't want them to see you panicking on the surface. Something here is coming to the surface that is going to make you detach, or is going to make you stop overthinking it, or stop being up in the head, so chaotic thoughts. I feel like you come to some sort of resolution, or it feels like a breakthrough, or it's like somebody walks in and turns on the light. You've got all this moon energy going on, and then the sun is here, and it feels like you've been in the dark, but all of a sudden, there it is. Now you see what it is, and now you can decide how you're going to take care of it. Whatever you're going to do and how you're going to take care of it. I've got the 10 of Wands and the Hierophant here. It feels to me like this person is somebody that you don't necessarily trust, and they could be someone who's actually quite stubborn. It feels like this person is very traditional. They could be traditionally religious, or somebody who is very traditional, very slow moving, somebody who could be a little bit stubborn in the way that they deal with you. And because you're a fixed sign, it could be this, right? Because Leo and Taurus can be a great couple, or they can be doing this all the time, banging heads, right? So we've got the Knight of Wands here, or sorry, the Ten of Wands is here. It feels like somebody here is going to put pressure on you to resolve something. And so it does feel like there is going to be a lot going on in your week next week. Let's find out what else is going on here. Tell me about Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Leo. Tell me what shows up here. It feels like it's something that pulls you out of some sort of comforting place or comfort zone. Feels like you have to deal with it because boom, it's in your face. That's how the whip comes in, right? It feels like you're going to have to clean it up with the broom, but the whip comes in, and it comes in super quickly because the Knight of Wands is here. It's going to destabilize you for a moment. We do have the Eight of Cups. We have the Hierophant. Look, Hierophant was down here. And we do have the Four of Swords. It does feel like you have detached from someone, and I feel like that someone is coming back to either trying to repair it with you, or this person might be someone you used to have a commitment with. They could be, they don't have to be, but the Four of Swords to me tells me this person sort of wants to, they're kind of back. I'm going to say they're back, but not for the purpose of trying to reconcile romantically with you. I feel like this person just wants to deal with you in swords. It feels like they are detached from you. They want to deal with you in swords. They want to get something straight in the mind. Can we just deal with getting stability of our minds? Can we do that? Because I feel like the Hierophant energy is telling me that somebody here wants to create a stable structure with you. Can we just sort of get on the same page, go the same direction? It feels like that. So I feel like this person though shows up really quickly. They could be someone you used to have a commitment with, and you might share a child with them. They could have been in your family or part of your family with the Ten of Cups here down in the bottom right hand corner. I feel like this person is somebody who possibly used to be loyal to you. Tell me about this. We've got the Page of Wands, we've got the Eight of Wands, and we've got the Devil. This is the person that you don't trust. It's like you've known this person for a long time. You either were married to them, lived with them, or they're in your family. Could be platonic. It doesn't have to be romantic, but the Devil is here. You don't trust this person because they move too quickly. And I feel like this whip and the broom is bringing this person in, and they are a person that you cannot count on. They are a person who is immature in their energy. They are a person who takes a lot of risks. They're very risky. Everything is sort of off balance. And I feel like you do your best to, although you're very much a fire sign in that you're always going to get something, or you're going to get what you want, you're very resilient. I feel like this person throws you off balance a little bit. And so it feels like this is somebody who may have been connected at one point to your material worth. It feels like this person is supposed to be coming back around with card number 20, so you two can resolve something. It feels like for some of you it could be involving a child. It doesn't have to be. But this Four of Cups tells me that things have been stagnant between you and this person for a while. You do not trust them as far as you can bloody throw them. And there is a big mountain to climb. There's a big obstacle here. And this person wants you to move forward and talk with them. And you're like, no, I don't think I want to do this. I think they're going to show up unannounced, honestly, somewhere at the work site, at the home place, if they know where you live, maybe in text. They're going to show up here, Leo, and you're not expecting it here. Tell me about the Page of Cups and the Six of Swords. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, we've got the Queen of Cups, and we've got the Five of Pentacles. This is someone that you have been emotionally detached from for quite some time, maybe even a year, because the Queen of Pentacles is here. This person is somebody who could be the mother or the father of your child. This person is showing up quite stable, grounded, compassionate, kind, loving, in this motherly or fatherly type energy. But it feels like, you know, they just show up, I'm going to say. And so this is something that goes on with them. This is a repeat offender. I'm going to say this is somebody who just shows up in your life when they decide they're going to show up in your life. They don't text you first. They just show up on the job site, or they just show up in your DMs or whatever it is, and you don't expect it, and all of a sudden they expect you to drop what you're doing and climb this mountain with them. You know, whatever obstacles they throw in the way. I feel like you need to follow your compass, your inner compass here. This person is going to be sweet and kind. I don't know that you're going to trust them, though, because the Five of Pentacles is here. I feel like there's a lot of lack with this person. Tell me about the false person, please. Tell me about this false person. Why are they a false person? Why don't you trust them? We've got the Seven of Cups. We've got the Ace of Swords and the Emperor. This person is somebody who tries to control you, whether they are feminine or masculine. This is somebody who's definitely in their masculine energy. They're bossy. They try and tell you what to do. They show up on the scene and they're like, do this, that, and the other thing. Come on, just stop what you're doing. I need your help. Like, it feels like somebody who just crashes in and decides they're going to try and take advantage of everything and everyone. And that you all have to listen to me because I'm the one that's in control. When we all know who's really in control, Leo. It's not the Emperor, it's Leo, right? So I feel like the Ace of Swords here tells me that there is something confusing about the reason why this person's showing up, and you need more answers. You need the Ace of Swords is here. We've got the Hierophant. This person is somebody who I feel is, although they they're somebody who's kind of stuck in their ways. They're someone who's traditional and very stuck in their ways, and I don't think that this person is willing to budge. I feel like this person puts pressure on you to turn the light on or do something or come to a resolution, and I don't think you're about it, to be honest. We are going to go into the extended. We're going to finish up the rest of this. We're going to talk about the sun and what pressure they're trying to put on you to resolve something. Look, this is Mercury is retrograded, and this is Mercury retrograde energy. It's retrograding in your sign, Leo, right? And so the whip and the broom and the sun being here and the moon here, not really knowing what's going on and throwing things off balance and having no stability while this person just shows up and says, hey, it's me, drop what you're doing. I feel like that feels like Leo in Mercury in Leo retrograde, but also Mars, right? It's like aggressive sort of fight club energy is what it feels like a little bit. So we're going to go talk a little bit more and how you can navigate this through listening to your inner compass. If you want to come to the extended, there's the Ten of Pentacles. You might have been married to them or have some sort of legacy with them, which could mean children. We're going to go into the extended. If you'd like to come into the extended, please look in the pinned comment. You can purchase this extended. If this is the only extended you would like to see, you can do that. There is a link in the pinned comment. If you're interested in coming into the membership area and gaining membership, there is one low price for all of the extendeds. If you're watching for your sun, moon, rising, or for other people's signs, you can do that. There is a link in the pinned comment. Also, today is the last day for my sale. It will end at midnight on the 20th. And so if you're interested in 10% off any pre-recorded readings, there is a code that you need to get from the pinned comment and take with you when you book the pre-recorded reading. It'll give you 10% off. There's also 5 to 75% off any live readings. If you'd like to do a live reading with me right now, the sale for the pre-recorded readings will end at midnight on the 20th, but the sales for the readings that are live will continue. I will keep those on. You guys love them. I love talking to you. So we're going to keep doing that. So I'm going to go in. We're going to clarify the rest of this, find out what the resolve is here, find out what's going on. And I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. If this is where we part, that's cool, because I'll be back, because I'm always back. Love you guys. See you in the extended. Bye-bye.